What's up, guys? Back here with another video. I just wanted to talk about 7 Days Blood Moons. It is I've got the Steam charts right here. As you can see, it's not looking too good. I've been a 7 Days to Die fan since the game has came out. Been watching it on PC, or I've been watching people play it on PC since it came out. As soon as it got on console, I bought it on console, loved it on that. And I think now, I'm starting to love it more going back to the console version, in the alpha versions of the game. But just wanted to talk about 7 Days Blood Moons. Number one, I've played it for about like 10 hours, roughly 10 hours. And just my general thing, it's not a good game. It is not a good game. And I feel like I can confidently speak for most of the community when I say no one asked for this, no one wanted this. This is unwanted. No one... I just don't understand why they would put this game out. Your main audience for the game is 7 Days to Die, right? You got 7 Days to Die. People want to see content for 7 Days to Die. No one asked for a spin-off game. No one really wanted this. No one was asking for it. But that's the gist of it. But we're gonna look more into it. The all-time peak for this, as you can see on the screen, is 183 people. Not even 200 people have played this game. And it's all-time peak. And that's kind of weird to think about. That's really kind of weird to think about. And then in the past 24 hours, it's went down. And it's been out for a day and a half. It has went down 40 players, 43 players, roughly. And right now, as of 22 minutes ago, there are 106 players. Now, you can take into account when I'm recording this, it's 11 p.m. at night, okay? It's nighttime. I understand that. It's in the middle of the week. I understand that. But most new games, there are some games that it's the first game that someone has made and it has more players than this. It's honestly ridiculous. It's laughable. What I don't understand is, when you're bringing new players into, 7 Days to Die, there is like over a decade of content of 7 Days to Die, people making content on that. New players are going to see 7 Days to Die and think they want to play 7 Days to Die. Not they don't want to play 7 Days Blood Moons, just a spin-off game of 7 Days to Die. Don't know why they made this. That's the main point. But I want to go on to some other points that I noticed playing this game. Number one is that there are a lot of new weapons and a couple new zombie variants, which I don't understand why you would put these in the spin-off game first and not the main game. There are also some mechanics that are in this game that aren't in the main game. First, I want to talk about the guns, okay? I want to talk about the weapons. There are the main types of guns. You've got the rifles, the pistols, and the shotguns, right? Those are the three basic branches of guns you can go down. The rifles, they have about like 5 new... And they're not even reskins either. They have like 5 new guns. They're not even reskins. They actually function differently than each other, which does not make sense. How are you able to make 5 new guns per tree. It's not even for a specific gun. You got about 4 or 5 new gun models for rifles. You got about 4 or 5 new gun models for pistols. 4 or 5 new gun models for shotguns. You also have 1 new model each for the melee weapons, which makes no sense at all. Why are you giving this spin-off game more content than the main game when you can't even figure out how to update your game in a way that your players like? People have been asking for new guns. They've been asking for these other features to be brought back. And you still haven't done it. Why is it that, I'm just going to say, I don't know when they announced this. Quite frankly, I wasn't interested in it at all. But let's just say, when I started hearing about this, it was maybe like a year ago, maybe. It might have been in the works for I want to be generous and say it might have been in the works for 4 years. Right? Maybe. Why is it that in 4 years you're able to bring all this new stuff into a spin-off game, and in a decade you cannot fully release your game that has been, in its early stages for 10 years? Makes no sense at all. And I am not even really trying to come at this at a aggressive standpoint. I'm trying to come at this as a fan, as a passionate fan who grew up playing this game. I remember when I was 10, 11, watching people like the Game Society Pimps or whatever those guys are. I remember watching that. I remember watching Glock 9 play it all the time, man. Cage 848. I remember all those dudes playing it, okay? I remember watching that and being like, this looks like such a fun game. I can't wait until I can get it on console. And then I got it on console and I loved it. I would have me and my friend almost every single day he would come over to my house, and we would play on the PlayStation 4 for hours on 7 Days to Die. We would be making a base. We'd have hundreds of spikes around it, We would always have to, go out and use the gun we wanted to level up the skill we wanted, like the hunting rifle, sniper, pistol, shotgun, stuff like that. I remember having the water bottles, the glass bottles, you get them, and you could have hundreds of them. I remember that. Those were great times. 7 Days to Die has given me so many good memories. And I hate to see the direction it's going in, because quite frankly, it's gonna die in a year or two if they keep down this path. It's starting to die now. And this right here, the 7 Days Blood Moons, is just a slap in the face to all the players. No one wanted this. This is just a cash grab. Okay? This is a waste of time, resources, and money that you could have spent using on 7 Days to Die. But enough of that. I'm gonna stop ranting. There are only a few good points I can give this, and I'm being merciful here. The good stuff, is, I guess, the new gun models. Hopefully they'll bring that to 7 Days to Die. Who knows? It might take them 5 years to do that. New zombie models are pretty good, I guess. New, zombie climbing mechanics. That's okay. But I'm just tired of it, honestly. And it's not just exclusive to 7 Days to Die. There are so many games that are dying out because they will not listen to their players. I don't know. But enough of that. I'll be making more videos, probably on 7 Days to Die. I'm gonna do some surrounded videos. I don't know if you know that game, but it's pretty good. More Delta Force content's coming. I do a little bit of everything on this channel, but I'll see you guys later. Peace.